I want to ask two more questions, and one of them is, so Ezra is the second company you've built. The first company is Brainient, which we didn't even really cover much, except for the intro at the beginning. But one of the questions I want to ask, obviously, anybody who is building their second company, I imagine, has things they've learned or ideas about what they want to do differently. Does anything come to mind? And was there anything when you were building Ezra that you were like, very clearly, I'm going to do different the second time around?
Yes. So the nice thing about being a second time founder is it's easier to raise money because you have the credibility, you've made money for investors, investors trust you. That part was significantly easier in Ezra than it was in Brainient. The learnings part, I learned, and we've done a great job with that at Ezra, that it's really important to have a strong sense of mission. With Brainient, the kind of mission was I got to make some money because otherwise I have no money, and that was the goal. So there was no kind of strong sense of mission that would rally the troops and get everyone excited. With Ezra, we do have this mission. We all care about it. It's really important. So I think as far as some insight for founders is like pursue, because startups are about chewing glass while staring into the abyss, you really want to care about the thing that's getting you to chew so much glass, because if you don't care about the thing, it's not worth it. There are many other ways to make money that are probably that require less glass chewing, so I think it's really important to have a strong thing that you care about, that you want to invest in, that you're willing to go through great depths of pain to pursue. I think that's my doesn't sound like a very exciting thing, but that's my biggest insight in kind of, I guess, piece of advice that I have for founders: like choose something that they really, really care about.
Yeah. And then thread that needle and build a mission-driven company and hire people for that and have that be the rallying cry.
Yes, exactly. That really makes it easier to find the right team and get the team rallied towards the short-term goals.
Yeah. I would consider Ezra to be incredibly successful. And I know you guys are still early in your, in kind of the existence of the company. As you said, you want to work on this problem for the rest of your life. One of the questions that, I find fascinating and I like to ponder about different businesses, and so I'd love to ask you, is if you had to point to one decision, one reason why Ezra has been so successful, what would you put your finger on? Meaning if you had to try to boil down just, the trajectory of the company into one thing, what would that be?
Yeah, so it's quite counterintuitive, but I think our biggest strength has been the fact that I am an outsider to the healthcare system. Because any insider would have come and said, and come with a set of like preconceptions that would have prevented them from pursuing things in the same way I did. Like I went with a direct consumer approach, with a new way to scan people, with a modality that had not really been used before for screening, and with a new kind of type of business model, all for serving my goal. But I was, I guess, a little bit naive about like all of the different things, and that was a good thing at the end of the day. So I think the fact that I pursued a domain that was where I didn't start with a insider info served us really well. And actually, I think that's a lot of times you see founders going into very new spaces and succeeding because of the fresh eyes on the problem.
Well, and I think the way you broke it down there of all the decisions that you made that were very counter to how somebody would have made those decisions inside, I think totally proved the point, because those are one-way doors. You're going to make those decisions once and it's either going to work or it's not. And, you happen to make a very different set.
Yeah, 100%.